spotlights, the harshest. Now the embarrassment, I don't get embarrassed anymore. I can film anybody, I don't mind. Too many years, too many times. No, just walk in front of it. I don't know why people always do that. They walk in front of it. In Japan, they're proper. In Japan, so they'll literally stop. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Is it you using it? I said we usually drive down to the one that got bigger.
Electric blanket on and it's -4 in it.
And I said to her, you've taken your big wig off.
Yeah. I'm quite getting into it now. You're embracing it. You're like two little fairies together, aren't you? Yeah. Like two little...
Just another mug share it.
She's like a glim.
No, I know.
What? No, now.
I don't know what. I don't know. Oh look, and these are Chloe's. Take one with these.
Oh, they do look good.
They look like they were meant for me, right? Yeah. Like little bugs.
Oh, let me get one of you. How interesting is it? The video is taking photos of each other.
Well, you know, the job is what the job is. We just film it, you know.
You've had quite a fun time photographing.
I've had a great day, yeah.
Crazy looking people.
Yeah, it's been great. It's very emotional. Yeah. She's a fan of my work. She used to help me with my films and stuff. So yeah, I work in Trinidad and Tobago a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, so
I'm a Trini.
Trini, yeah. Sometimes where you from?
I don't even know. I've never been there.
Your parents.
My father. Yeah,
You should come.
I know. Invite me. I'm there.
You should go.
I'm there. Invite me. Take my ticket.
I'm inviting you right now.
Then the next step. The next step.
You've got to go, man. You've got to check it out. Like, you can't not go. That's crazy to not go. If
if you've got an excuse to go like a family, man, that's even like more excuse to go.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
All right. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's lovely. Thanks.
She's just said Joe's behind me.
She's looking up there.
But you were delayed twins, innit?
Yeah, they went to make 6-7 when one went in.
Listen, just in your face. This is your face. What happened, Jake?
See you lot. So what's all up? It was yesterday.
I looked all them round there. You know when I saw her walking up in there, I went, Lloyd was in front of me when we were waiting. And I went, there's the do it crew. And Lloyd said, nutty. I said, easy way. Yeah. Oh, enjoy it.
If anyone wants to say a few words before we get properly started, feel free to come and take a break.
Even moving. Oh, it's on the side. On the hand. You want me to film you moving tables, or you want me to help moving tables?
Where's my logo?
Ready for the big action scene? Moving the tables.
everybody for coming today. It's been really good. Give everyone a round of applause for dressing up. It's really good. A big thank you to Annette, who's done mad organising this past month. She's been holding it down for all of us here. Big thanks to all the family and the friends that have all come together in this past month. And it's been really nice. It came as a shock for all of us. It came as a shock for all of us, but everybody rallied around, we heard, and people ran up back to Leicester, and it's been really nice to see our family, our friends, colleagues, everyone saying really nice words. Even big up Simon, who just made it in as well. You see, like times like this when it brings everyone together, and you know. It's a cliche saying like life's too short, but make sure that you enjoy what we have. Life is a gift, and yeah, man, just make sure you live it up to its fullest. Once again, thank you everyone for taking part. Thank you so much for dressing up seriously. When we pulled up to the at the ceremony and seeing everybody dressed up like we in the cars, it was so nice that everyone's taking part and taking it seriously. Joe would have loved it. And so the only thing we're going to do now, does anyone want to say a couple of words actually? We'll go around, a couple of people say words. Now I know people can talk for a bit, so we might, if I cut you off, don't get offended.
I'm not going to say much.
Yeah, so we'll hold on to Caprice.
Alright, hello everybody, hi. As Jamali just said, yes, today, wow, what an amazing funeral. It's the first fancy dress funeral I've been to. And I hope to see many more fancy dress funerals. I'm going to be telling everyone what I'd like for mine. Now, yes, with Joanne, I hadn't seen Joanne unfortunately for some time because I've been away. And even once I returned back, I think I spoke to her once or twice through social media. And as we always say, you know, we don't always connect with our friends and family as much as we should, because we can't always be there. I mean, I live in London, and I can imagine all of you come from far and wide, but just staying connected by phone calls and things are important. And I remember when I got the phone call, because that day was my dad's memorial. So it was the 13th of October, and I was just like, no way, this can't be happening. And I went and done a show, I had an event, done a show, it was nice. And I went there in spirit with Joanne, and you know, comedy, God, I managed to do comedy that night, it was funny. So just having her presence and those memories, of all of the memories that you guys come and shared with us earlier in the chapel, just amazing. And that's how, you know, living for someone, celebrating their lives is so important. So no mourning, we're celebrating life. And thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Pim. And thank you, love to you all. And I hope that you have an amazing time and safe journeys home. Thank you.
Thank you, Caprice.
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to say, people are talking about Joanne and her conspiracy theories. Yeah. But I just wanted to say that she would actually always say, it ain't conspiracy theory, it's a fucking fact. Fact. It's fact. And that just leads me into, you know, she was also wise. She had a lot of wisdom. And you know, there's a term called crazy wise. And she had a lot of inner wisdom, and she would come out with some really practical things, and she would call out a lot of bullshit. She was an inspiration, you know, for everyone to just do what you want to do, say what you want to say, live with that. And she lived with that. She lived so big. So yeah, Joanne.
Thank you.
Well, I met Joanne many years ago. We actually met over laces. There was about 3 black girls in Brooklyn at the time when I was growing up back in the day. And me and Joanne met over laces, and I remember even the most recent stuff with Joanne with the jokes that I'd have with her. And what I used to do was I used to be proper bad-minded. So everyone knows Joanne loves music. So if you put on any music in your car that she didn't like, she let you know she didn't like it. So she'd be like, Chasing my ears out, mate, and I used to always do it and crack up joking. So I remember saying to Joanne that I bought this new car, and she loved my car. And I was telling her how I was delivering this class, and this woman asked me for my car keys. And Joanne in true form was like, what? Tell me again. So in the end, it became a little joke that me and Joanne used to do, so I used to drop her off, and she'd go to me, Lou, come here. Oh, give me your car keys so I can move your car for you. And she'd walk off laughing. And that was what my memories of Joanne, even more so. And like the little joke, she'd go, you don't know me, but you don't know me.
You know me.
And like, the done know, and it is all about me. That was Joanne all over. But what I would like to say about Joanne is Joanne had a real good, she knew how to make people laugh. She lived life. And live life, and when you was with her, you'd always be laughing, and she'd be cracking jokes, and she'd find the most silliest things, the most funniest things, and memories that I cherished with Joanne. And I know we've all got our own different memories with her, but yeah, today was all about her, and I feel like we all represented her in her tribute, and she was just amazing. And I will miss her. I will miss her telling her about myself and telling me I'm bad-minded, and then folding her arms up like that. So yeah. That's me.
Who else?
Who else would like to say a few words?
Well, I've known Joanne since we were 3. Her sister, me and Joanne went to school together. My sister and Annette went to school together. I lived in Greece, and the moment I came back from Greece, the first person I saw was Joanne walking down the street with a monkey bucket. I was like, what are you doing? She goes, just got a new flat, got to clean it, man. So she ended up cleaning it. Since then, I ain't been able to get rid of her. I have not been able to get rid of her. One New Year's Eve, she's turned up at my house, I'm in bed. She's jumped into bed with me, all I see is eyes and teeth. I jumped out of my bed. I'm not even kidding. 3 weeks before she passed, she was at my house, and I gave her a back to front dinner, which we started with dessert, main, and then starter. Gave her some food after, she took it home with her, and she was just like, my poor bum. Don't give me curry. And I was just like, okay, lasagna then, next time. Which I then dropped off to the house.
And I lived on it for a week. And I want the recipe.
I miss her so much. My heart's absolutely broken. She's left her print on every single one of us. Otherwise we won't be here. And her legacy will still run on forever.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
What can I say about my sister? She was crazy, especially when she came down to Cardiff. She used to walk in and she tried to do the Welsh accent. I said, Joanne, you don't have to, I haven't got a Welsh accent. She said, you did. All I can say about Jo is she was always happy. She always had a smile. No matter how she felt, no matter how tired, no matter how ill she felt, she always had a smile, and that's what I will remember. Jo, I love you.
By the way, if anyone still wants a little bit of food, they're closing off the food in about 10 minutes, so go get your seconds, thirds, maybe. Does anyone else want to say a few words?
There's a couple of things I forgot to say earlier that I think you'll laugh at, and that was recently I was Joanne's carer at a Dizzy Rascal concert. The only reason we did that was because it meant that I got in free. So there was that. Also, I forgot to mention that Joanne made it really clear that she was my friend and not my wife's friend. And she made that very clear one birthday. So one birthday we got 2 separate invites. I got an invite to a cocktail making event starting at 7 o'clock. My wife got an invite for a Chinese meal starting at 9 o'clock. That was Joanne. She made it very clear that I was her friend and my wife wasn't.
You're making it clear again, are
Nice and clear. Joanne also quite unpolitically correct also said that she was my black wife. She did. And then there was just one other time. Me and Joanne were together on Millennium evening down in London, and we'd made our little naughty rum punch that we were carrying around in our backpacks. And to this day, Joanne, you lied. Okay, you lied. You ended up in A&E because you were too drunk. You were too drunk and you tried to style it out like you were ill. Yeah? No, Joanne, you lied. You were drunk. Yeah? Don't lie. She was family. She only kept good people around her. So if you were around her, you're a good person. And you're family. So look around the room. Look around the room, recognize each other, and look after each other. Because that's what Joanne would want. She would want her family looking after each other. God bless Jo, we're going to miss you. That place will still be set for you on Christmas meal, Joanne. It will be set for you. We love you.
Oh, I don't know what to say. There's so many memories that I have with Jo outside of the Soca Police and with Soca Police. And the first time I met Joanne was through a net, and I was living in London and I had no friends. I didn't know anyone. You still ain't got no friends. You shut up. That's what I'm saying. Alright. But the nicest thing about Annette, even though I shouldn't be paying her a compliment right now, is that she was like, you need to get with my sister and hang out with my sister. And I was like, fine. Okay, what am I going to let myself in for? And we went out to a hip hop night. So later we need to hear some Slum Village, because that's my memory of Joanne, is like we loved our hip hop. And we went out and we raved all night into the next morning, and then afterwards I got to know her as Windrush in the Soca Police. I think another good memory of mine is Juve. Like, I love Juve so much. Me, Annette and Joanne first stumbled upon it several years ago, and we thought we had discovered something so exciting. It was just us three, and we went into... You are? We changed it, and ever since then we've been going to Juve but dressed up, not as Soca Police but in different characters, and Joanne would always think of the most genius, baddest characters, and I would actually steal her ideas. I actually claim that I came up with the geisha. That was totally Joanne's idea. She wanted to come as a black geisha, and she would go around the crowd going, you know, Energy right? Rastafari? Rastafari? And I would want to sit. And then her next wickedest idea, we thought we'd dress up as superheroes, and our theme was superheroes. And Annette was, what was you? Wonder Bitch. I was Batty Gal. James was Batty Boy. Liana was on skates and she was something, I don't even know. Paparazzi.
Skater girl.
And Joanne went to Superdrug, got some plastic bags, cut it out, made a cape, and changed the U into an A, and it became Superdrag. And she looked the best. She was the best. She would just have these genius ideas. And the last Juve we had, which was her last one, she, I think she just played upon the fact that she wasn't quite well, and and her theme was a patient, and she had a nightgown on, you know, her head wrapped up, and she had a mask, and attached to the mask was some Bell's whiskey. And she was inhaling some into the oxygen, it was Bell's. And I'm gonna miss her just, I I'm going to miss the person who I'm going to teeth the ideas from. I don't know what I'm going to do now, but I'm hoping that she will talk to me in spirit or something. But she was one of my closest friends. I love her so much, and I'm definitely going to miss her so much. So much. But cheers to Windrush.
Alright, I'd like to talk a bit more now, so gig number 3. So, one of the things watching everyone here now having a good time. Some of you may know, me and my wife, we throw really elaborate Halloween parties back in the day and stuff. Every events we went to, there's always a lot of work goes into setting up events, doing it. And one thing I always notice about Joanne is when she's in the midst of the setting up and preparation, is the fact that she doesn't do any work. She sit there in the corner with a glass of wine or whatever, and you say, Joe, you could at least wash up, you could at least do that. But that was her character. She has these always a kind of like a special gift of somehow doing things without actually doing it, but somehow she manages to be there. And it's just great. And the way she always invites herself to things unexpectedly, or invites her way in to people. I thought, I could never do what you do. It's like, she'll phone up and say, hi Joe, how are you doing? Says, oh hi Roy, yeah, I'm just, oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm just not doing much, and what are you up to? Says, well, I'm just toddling around. Says, yeah, I could actually come down and be in the area if you want, and I could come and visit, and next thing you know, she's there for 2 nights, a week, whatever. And it's just her uncanny ability of just doing things off the spur of the moment, straight in there. I mean, at the time when she had pneumonia, before everything started to look bad, and she was like, I thought she was on the deathbed then at the time. But then she was, I find that she actually went all the way to London to a concert. She was coughing and spluttering, thinking, what the hell did you do that for? Why is that? And I think you couldn't just let the tickets go. And to this day, I don't know who the artist was.
Lauren Hill.
Was it Lauren Hill? Was it a good gig? Was it a good concert? Was it? It was worth it. And then she gets back and she goes back into bed and says, how are you doing, Joe? Oh, I'm bad. Oh, don't forget to get up. Next minute, she's off to fucking Poland. And I said, how do you get Poland? Have you got a hotel? I said, no, it's one of my friends up using her ability again. Oh, I don't know the person's name. It was like, oh, how are you doing? Yeah, I happen to be in your country. I was going to pop by. Anyway, she was there for about 3 days or something. But at the time, I'm thinking, I just don't know how you do that. But that's one of the enable things I love about my sisters, that nothing stops her. She'll just do it. And where most people just think, no, she'll just pile in straight ahead. And the biggest thing I take from this, I never really looked at Joanne as a single person. To me, John and Annette were twins. When they were growing up, they're always together, always separable. Every time I did anything, I never did it with one or the other. I did it with both my sisters at the same time. We go to the cinema. I'll take them to the cinema. They were with me when I went to see Star Wars. And it's a fact I waited years. Not waited years, but when it came along, it was one of these things you just wanted to see. And I took both of them there. And of course, being who they are, it's like heads were like hours into the movie. They were like, And Annette decided she wanted to go toilet, and it was 20 years later she told me, by the way, do you know when I went to toilet? I didn't want to go to toilet. I just went in there, turn the taps on and off and all that. And there's so many scenes of Star Wars in the early days because of that. So I would stick it out, but gee, the other good thing I like for my sisters, because they were getting into music and thespians and everything else, is that I had helped nurture them, and it was me actually got me to Kate Bush, I think. Got there. So we sat down, we made Lionheart, what's the Aborigine one, which you lot actually went crazy. They did interpretive dance to that one kind of stuff. And later when Kate Bush came and did a revival concert, Joanne actually rubbed it in my face, hey, I got tickets and you ain't. So that kind of hurt because they knew how much I loved Kate Bush as well, but they managed to get to see her. So I was pissed off about that. But like I said, great sister. I'll always have, I know I've got my sister Annette and Rosa, but Joanne and Annette to me are twins, and so long as there's one of you, Joanne to me is not dying. You're there, spirit's always going to be with you and us, and that's all I care. So I'll fill that gap, whatever gap you're missing, I will fill it, and I'll be there for you, sis. To Joanne. Any more messages?
Unfortunately, I didn't get to spend much time with Jo, but I know for a fact she's one of the bravest people I've ever met in my life, and I'll tell you in 2 stories exactly why. The first time I got to hang out with her was when you came up about 10 years ago for Laughing Cows at Christmas, and we were walking back from Frog and Bucket down to Rest Bar, and I was walking way ahead of everybody else with Jo, and this guy walked past and called me a dyke. And Jo was like, oh hell no. And I was like, it's fine. And she was like, what did you just say to her? And he turned around and then called me a paddy dyke. So by this stage, I was literally trying to hold Jo back. And she was like, hell no. And then Annette was about 40 yards behind us, and she was like, what's the problem? And then Jo shouts to Annette, and then Hazel tries to hold back Annette. I don't know if you guys know these people, but it's physically very difficult to hold these guys back. They're going to go. That man literally ran into oncoming traffic to get away with this. And I actually felt sorry for them because those two followed them into the oncoming traffic. So then we went down to Retro Bar, and Jo, for some daft reason, decided she wanted to get in a drinking competition with me because I'm Irish. And Hazel was like, no. So these two get a train back, and they were constantly ringing me, just giving me abuse on the train. And Hazel comes up to me and she goes, Darrell, I told you to take it easy on them. And I went, Hazel, we didn't even start the drinking competition. And this is how I know Jo is the bravest person I've ever met, because the next time she was up in Manchester, she sees me. I was taking the piss out of her about the drinking competition that wasn't really a drinking competition because she couldn't hold her drink. And she went, right, we're going to do it again. And I was like, now that is either stupidity or bravery. And I loved every moment I got to spend with her.
I can speak for bleeding days, but there's children in here, so I'm gonna have to try and keep it clean. You know what my mouth's like. I'm trying to think of like a funny story. There's so many. What's the stupid? Does anyone remember any funny stories that I've done?
Cake.
What? Cake Gate was a fallout though. Cake Gate, yeah, I was talking about Cake Gate. Me and Joanne had a falling out about cake. Because as you know, Joanne's the tightest cow when it comes to certain things. And when it comes to me and her, I'm like, what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. So we go to my little cousin Dylan, who started off the dance party earlier. My little cousin, my nephew Dylan, my great nephew, innit? God damn, I'm so old. And Rosalind had cooked 3 fat slabs of cake. One slab of cake with an one slab of cake could feed 5 people. Given her 3 slabs, one was mine. I've gone to go and get the cake. Joanne's going like, no, Rosalind's got the cake. Gone to Rosalind, she's like, I've given Joanne 3 slabs of cake. I was going back and forth. I'm like, Joanne, just give me the piece of cake. It's me. She wouldn't give me. She got nothing for me for about 3 months. You know what I mean? Like, you come in Leicester and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be late. You know what? I'm not even going in Leicester. Cake gate, bitch. Cake gate. Anytime she annoyed me, anytime I didn't want to do anything for a cake gate. But Joanne was like, she's a scammy cow. Anything we could do to scam, anything we could do to try and rob people, not in a horrible way, but like, we're the queen of not paying or using our train tickets more than twice. As soon as they stamp it, we lick our fingers, we wipe it. I'm not even going to lie to you right about now, I am using her disabled rail card and her bus pass. I don't business. I look forward to the police coming and arresting me because Joanne will have the last biggest laugh she's ever had. If she gave me the number to a pink card, I'll probably be locked up for fraud by now, you know what I mean? Anyone who's got anything stupid, Joanne was just ridiculous. There's so many times she got drunk. The funniest picture, we even found a picture the other day. She went to the prom, she was so drunk, one of her breasts was hanging out at the top from most of the pictures for her graduation. But and you know, for how close me and Joanne, for the first 13 13 years of my life, I wish death on that bitch every day. I can't even tell you. I used to sit in front of her ward and cry, go, God, I wish you come and run over my sister. And don't kill her, we could be in pain and roll back and forth. We used to say the worst things about each other. We only started having respect for each other when she went to university and left home. Because number one, I started having sex and needed to talk to her and as an older sister about getting contraception and stuff like that. And then number two was she came home after the second year of summer, and can you believe we got into a physical fight? Because we fought every single day, I'm not joking, every day, physical fights, it's kid fights, it's slaps and things. When you're 18 and 17 and 19, you're kicking each other in, and it was over, I turned the TV over, she flipped over onto something else, I flipped over, it went in, and we were actually punching. We'd gone from wrestling to punching, and we were all bruised up, and we actually cracked up laughing because we realised how ridiculous. We've got a story telling, because every story for Joanne is just stupid. I'm going to miss her like, what? I'm going to miss her like crazy. I ain't even going to get that she's not here. I know I'm going to still ring out a phone and leave a voice message. I don't business. But yeah, enough respect. Pussy. Yeah, I've got to tell you about pussy. There's a drink called pussy. There's a drink called pussy, right? And you can buy it in home bar because it's about 59p. It's an energy drink. And so, it's basically one carnival, Leicester Carnival, there was a free counter giving it away. And all I remember is coming home and my brother answering the door, and he opened the door and he's going, can't believe I went to Leicester Carnival and I came back with loads of pussy. And just headed back into the house and go, hey, we walk in, he's got a table full of his pussy drink everywhere. So very entendres in our family started like, I've never had pussy. I thought about trying pussy, I'm not that way inclined. All day we were going on that, like, bear, but you were there, Caprice, isn't it? Bear, pussy jokes. And my mum with her little studio self was just sitting there like tutting, going on like a biscuit washing up. And then Caprice says something like, going like, can I take some of this pussy home for my friends? I think they'll like to try it. And that's when mum rocked in and stuck her head out and goes, you don't want your friends to try your pussy. What if it try your pussy and they don't like the way it tastes? Respect, guys.
Alright, okay, so there is a bit of a backstory about why you're probably all dressed in fancy dress. Because at my dad's funeral, he requested that, he had specific requests about what he wanted. Similar to Joe, actually, he had cancer and died of cancer, but so he knew he had a bit of time to plan. And he went, I'm going to have reflective music as the birdie song, and I want you dressed as a chicken at a funeral. And Joe was at that funeral because, she was part of the family as well. And she always, it's one thing with Jo that when she's your friend, she really comes in with everything. She's like, bless her. And she decided apparently, Annette, I bumped into Annette after we would have received the bad news, and Annette went, it's your family's fault. Yeah. It's all your family's fault. She said, everyone's got to be in fancy dress because of your dad's funeral. It's all your fault. And the thing is, as well, is that I actually apologised to the funeral director, because the funeral director who did my dad's funeral was also the funeral director. He did Joanne's, so I did say to him, I'm ever so sorry. But yeah, this is the other thing, it's a bit like what Roy was saying earlier about her going out and raving. I remember in the lead up before we knew what was wrong with Jo, she said to me, I've been doing, I think I've got pneumonia, I'm on antibiotics and stuff, but, do you want to come out raving, Susan? Can't really say no, can you?
Hello, hi. Yeah, first met Joanne 2009, 10, 11 years ago, when I was doing a stand-up comedy show organised by Ben, who you might have seen me talking with today at Gilrose. Ben organised a show at Leicester University, and that was there. I'd known Annette for a few years, and I met Joanne for the first time. Spoke to her, what a lovely lady Joanne is. She's lovely. And I was compoing the show, so I go on first, introduce all the acts, and just before the show started, Joanne approached me and said, I'm on first. I said, all right then, I'll warm the crowd up for you for about 10 minutes, then get you on. She said, no. You don't understand, I need to go on first before you. So I've been doing comedy 5 years, I've never seen anyone go on before the comedy. Joanne went on as a character, Audriana, the fitness instructor, and she did a fitness demonstration for 100 students, and no one laughed, but they all got up and did some exercise. I was stood with Ben and he said, well, I tried to tell her not to do it, but she didn't really take no for an answer. Anyway, about 3 months later, I was doing quite well in comedy. I was doing a weekend at a club in Edinburgh, club, and I saw there was a competition, comedy slam, for people with mental health problems, 2 minutes, £50 first prize. I thought, I've got mental health problems. I'm on the professional comedy circuit, this is easy money, I shouldn't really enter it, but it's easy money, 50 quid. I'll do that. That was a few days later when I got back to Leicester. So I went down there, and then Joanne turned up as Audriana, the fitness instructor, and wiped the floor with everyone, took the 50 quid. So, that taught me a lesson. And she took me over the road and bought me a drink at the local dock. So that was nice.
Is there anyone else that wants to speak? Because I know there's some friends that are trying to hide, but I know you were very good friends of her. This is someone that's been banded up at many a carnival and everything.
Yeah, so my story is I've known Joanne and Annette since I was about 13. Now I used to drive at 13, yeah? I used to drive a car at 13, back in the day. So I think I was the first one to go and pick up Annette and Joanne from their mum's house. I had to park around the corner and wait for them to sneak out their mum's house and get in the car and go to Flash Harry's. Now if anybody from Leicester know about Flash Harry's, you have to queue up and your shoes have to be shiny to get in, you know what I mean? Because you weren't getting in no other way, yeah? So me and Joanne used to link arms and get in as a couple. Anyway, so we used to meet. Then times no mobile phones weren't around, so I said go to the phone box next to the clock tower and I'll ring you at 9:20 and meet me there. Obviously Joanne and Annette are always late, yeah? You know, don't know. So about 10 o'clock Joanne and Annette will meet, so we used to link up and go to the club. We used to get in just as a couple at the age of 14, 15. So we would go there and I had to chirp enough girls in the corner and then Joanne going, that's my man, that's my man. And she get off all the girls for me, you know, that's my man. And she's serious, you know, serious, the eyes are open wide, like, that's my man. And then all night I'm sitting in the corner like this, like, no girls look at me because Annette said just give them the evil eye, you know what I mean? So I love them. I used to drive home drunk, them times there, yeah, not now, them times there, on Diamond White, yeah. She's a diamond white girl all the way through, yeah? So I love her, yeah? I'm fond of her, yeah man, them things there, yeah? The red one was worse than the blue one though. Yeah, probably blue, yeah, oh yeah. So them times there, so rest in peace, and I say rest in laughter, Joanne, you know what I mean? So don't rest in peace, rest in laughter. And the guy who passed away about 10 years, Steve Antonio, he was also from Braunston, yeah? All the Braunston people there, you know what I mean? It was good days then, and up to now, like when she had a mental health person, we spoke, we laughed, I joked. I had a stroke 3 years ago, she laughed about my stroke. Yeah. Like, I thought, what the hell, you know what I mean? I spoke on the phone and she goes, you have a stroke, you puss, you know what I mean? You have a stroke for, you know what I mean? I thought, yeah, that's Joanne, you know what I mean? So, it was all good, man. But I love her, I love Annette, you know what I mean? Friends for life, crazy as well, but we're all crazy, you know what I mean? But it's all good, yeah? If you understand, you know. Yeah, so big up Joanne. Everybody's wearing their orange jumpsuit. That was our carnival year of 3 years ago, was it? 4 or 5 years ago we did the carnival. Police and robbers. I can't remember, we're getting old. I ain't. Me and Joanne was the same age, so we're not getting old. Yeah, so big up all the carnival crew. We got all the Soca Police and them, you know what I mean? Anytime you want to wind down, be in that corner a bit later, yeah? We're checking, yeah? We're back.
I just want to say something about it. Can I just say that Hazel's from the deepest south of Manchester. I might need a translator halfway through.
No, there is no south in Manchester, I can tell you. No south, it's pure fucking north. There's two things I want to say. The one I just maybe shouldn't say. Because at some points, like, one of you's got off with me, right? And I was that pissed, I'm not quite sure. That's pure jokes. It's all been respect and love and friendships. Definitely. On a serious note, Jo was a lot of things, but what I want to say is she was a fucking fighter. And I want to add to that as well, because a lot of people here will be, and rightfully, struggling with how it happened and what happened. But believe if she could have fought, she would have fought. She knew that was her choice. She knew what she wanted to do, and we respect that, and we celebrate how fucking wonderful that woman was. Serious.
So this is really hard because Joanne actually fell out with me. So she hadn't spoken to me for over a year because I didn't go to Kirsty's party. So she was texting me all the way, I've got this, I'm making this, we're going to wear that, and you're going to wear that. And then I went, I can't go because my friend's had a heart attack and the cat's got to go vet and I'm stressed out. And then she stopped talking to me. And then obviously I found out I'm absolutely gutted that I didn't get to spend that time with Joanne. But all I have got is her falling out with me or funny stuff. And she used to invite me over on Burns night, because obviously she's of Scottish descent. Irish descent. She used to take me out on St Patrick's night and pull all the boys' pants up as well. His pants were falling down. But I went round on Burns night and I was drinking at the time, and I had a whole bottle of whiskey and some haggis. And we did it all in the microwave. She had some stones, and she just lost a friend then as well who killed himself, so she was a little bit tearful. And she put on the only Scottish music that she had on her turntable, so she put on Bronski B, which was beautiful. I can't think of anything else, but that really stands out for me, but I'm absolutely gutted. And yeah, if you have fallen out with people, just make up. Okay, thank you.
I want to say a few words in this more informal setting, because I've known Joanne a very long time, and I really want to pay tribute to who she was as a member of the tribe, as a phenomenal artist. She could sing. Boy, she could sing. She could dance. She could act. She could really move. She's the only person I know who can pull off proper bad dancing. You know, if you're good at dancing, try to do bad dancing. It's a real skill. And it has been my pleasure to book her as an actor, where she played a lead role in a drama. She had to play the role of a young, kind of spiritual rainbow warrior shaman who walks around with a ghetto blaster. That sounds like so Joanne, which is why I cast her. And she just smashed it. And she also worked for me as a burlesque florette in the Poetry Brothel, which was a brothel that sold poetry. And she used to schmooze all of the customers, and she used to make sure I made a lot of money as a poetry whore, and I loved her for that. Give her some more drinks. You know, she was also the sort of person I could ring up and say, Joanne, should we go out raving? And you could guarantee that she's the best person in the world to go raving with, because she has energy to burn. She's going to bust some moves, you're going to get a joke, you're going to have such a great time. But she was actually a really kind person, and she was really sensitive, and she was very, very intuitive, and she was well, she was generous with me. I don't know about family, but you know. And you know, I just wanted to pay tribute because for me, there's a big hole now. There really is a big hole. There's no one like her. She was totally, as we heard today, completely unique. And I feel very privileged to know her, to have worked with her, and you know, I feel her presence all the time. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Music! The only person missing here is Joanne. That's what she said. Music! Music!
Do you want to do?
No, not you.
No? Anyone else? Alright. Thank you everyone for the kind words. Round of applause for everyone. Now, if you know Joanne, you know my family, you know the Soca Police, you know our friends, we know how to rave. You even saw the little one starting it, and that's what we're going to do now until we close, until they kick us out here. So everybody, we'll push more tables out, get to the dance floor. We've got the Just Vibes team going to be playing some tunes. Make sure you just, you know, shake a leg in, man. Shake a leg. Let's do this, come on.
Big it up for your host people. Give it up for everybody to put this together. Make some noise for the family. Everybody had a hand in doing this today. And please everybody raise a hand for John. Raise a hand, raise a glass. We're going to start partying from now until they pick us out. Let's go. Welcome to the dance show. We celebrate the life. We celebrate the Joanne tonight.
Just what I feel. I said, Mama, you know, I got to show. Celebrate the season. I'm about to be shot. I'm about to be on it. And this is how I answer.
If you next to a loved one, give your loved one a hug, give them a high five. The light.